coat and we will step outside, checking out the coast is clear, almost sight. We don't wanna be seen, all this suicide. You can't see the roads, and I won't tell my mother it's better she don't know. And he won't tell his folks, cause they're already ghosts. So we keep each other as safe as we can until we reach the border, until we make our plan to run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Will you stay with me?
And so it's important to have some plastic underneath, because actually the color comes through, and otherwise there's like color on the back of the shirt too, which I obviously don't want, because I have something else planned for the back of the shirt.
I don't wanna be alone when I'm in this state.
Actually, I can also switch off the music and then you guys hear me a bit better. But I want to just paint the front of this shirt with this cool neon color that I found, and then on the back of the shirt I actually want to write something. I'm actually, while I'm painting this, it's like really therapeutic in a way. Maybe I should get a chair and sit down, because it's not so ideal to work like this, but or maybe I go like this. But everything's a little bit improvised, because I don't have the actual cash to hire a studio. But obviously that's the fucking goal. It's like, it would be so cool to have a studio. Few of my friends that I collaborated with actually already have studios since quite a while, and they pay like Switzerland, I think they pay like around 150 Swiss francs. They get some deals because they are still students or they have to write contacts and stuff. But because I'm always this crazy bitch who's moving around and never settles anywhere, unfortunately, I never had the balls to commit to a studio space yet. Yeah, and in this city where I studied in the Netherlands, I guess there it's quite hard to find a room in general. So I was just happy that I actually had a place to live. Yeah, and that's how actually my studio has kind of always been my living space too, which is obviously not always ideal, because you never stop to work. You kind of always have it around you, which is cool, to be honest, in a way too, because I'm like really enjoying to do my stuff. Like, it's really relaxing just to paint the front side. And you know, the coolest thing, if you actually, because honestly and really, I'm one of those artists who still does things because I just want to do it for myself. Some people, they kind of lose it eventually. Then they just start to do lots of commissioned work and they kind of don't do the things anymore that they want to do. or they do lots of compromise, then obviously they are quite well off, like money-wise. But I think you can see it as well a little bit. There's a difference between those designers who still make things just for themselves and those who make it for production, to produce it like on a really big scale. I mean, there's nothing wrong with producing on a big scale, that's for sure. But I just really like that kind of soul and personal feel something has if one creates just for the sake of creating something cool. For, yeah, to express or for relaxation or, yeah. And then also, obviously, I mean, I'm making this shirt now and I'm actually planning to put it in the web shop of my website. So that's not a project I'm working on at the moment. I'm gonna install a web shop on my website, celinashroeder.com. And then I want to actually sell these unique shirts. And that's fucking cool for you guys, because if you actually get one of those shirts, you will actually have something, you know, that is super unique, like no one else will have worn this shirt, like even if they have the same shirt. That's part of the concept actually, that I'm using that secondhand clothing, which is in a really good state, and then I'm upcycling it. And this one is a shirt from S. Oliver actually, and I'm upcycling it, and then I want to sell it on my website. And even if someone has the same shirt, that one from S. Oliver, no one has the shirt with this personal artistic touches on it. So that's then the cool thing about it. So you will have something that no one else actually possesses, and also something where someone put all their fucking energies and time into it, and that someone is me. And yeah, so that, I think, is the cool thing about it. I don't know, I like this personal approach to things, even if they maybe don't pay off, you know, from a financial point of view. I think on a, in like the intangible or the, just the, you know, the gesture behind, or the emotional value of the product is pretty fucking dominant. And I don't know, I just hope to design stuff that people actually really proud to wear, and that they feel like someone put the efforts and really cares, you know. And yeah, I'm maybe a little bit crazy because I don't want to make my own brand or label like crazy economic kind of roller coaster or machine kind of thing. I'm just really doing this, and then I don't know, I like my things that I produced to find a new home, and that's just the biggest compliment. If someone else sees value in what you're doing. Oh shit, now I have to be careful. So actually, the reason why I am actually painting the front of this now is, and that's the cool thing, actually most of my ideas and designs are kind of born out of necessities. I made a little mistake while I was actually painting this hat. Like, someone came over to my place and we were actually working on it together. And while I was painting this hat that I already did, the brush fell onto the shirt, because originally I actually only planned to paint those sides with that beautiful Hello Violet Gold is the name of that color. And then as we did that, the brush fell, and then there was this stain on the shirt, and I was like, fuck. And then I was almost freaking out a little bit, and I thought, fuck, why did this happen now? And then I let my shirt sit for around 3 days or something. Just let it sit on my rack here that I'm using to do my stuff. And I was like, oh fuck, what can I do out of this? Like, maybe I can create some sort of pattern or something. I was really thinking, and then today eventually I thought, hi, why, even though it will take a lot of time, why not paint the whole front of it? That will look really fucking cool and eye-catchy, because this color is just so damn beautiful. Like when I saw this color in the store, I was blown away. You know, I don't get blown away by hot guys on the streets or something. I get blown away by the beauty of a color. Nah, I get blown away with both because of both. But either way, I thought that would be pretty cool. And then I was like, yeah, you know, don't have to do things always so they pay off. Just go for it. And yeah, I don't know, because even if you don't earn something or gain something right away, you know, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be selling this shirt. But like, if someone actually wants to have this shirt, right? But I'm just making it anyways because I just enjoy making it. And then I found out that actually people like that. And also anyways, I'm just creating stuff that I would wear myself too. So if no one wants to have this shirt, I don't care, because I can also wear it myself. I will like to wear this. But if I wear it, then already it will be a little bit more washed out. So that's why I will let it sit for a while. And then if after a while no one wants it, then I will probably start to wear it myself too. So that's how I'm doing it with some of the shirts that I already made. I guess maybe is a nice moment to show you guys some of the stuff I already made. So I have a section in my wardrobe with a few designs that I already made. So I have one, which is this shirt. It's called A Real Keeper. And here, now I have to be careful with the colors again, huh? So I don't dip my shirt into my other work, but I have a logo as well, which I iron on. It's quite difficult to see it because it's a little bit dark, but this is the logo, Sluni cat. And this shirt was actually inspired by a conversation I had with someone, like at work, working construction, casually. And that guy told me that his wife, and he said he's doing all of the washing and cooking at home too, and he's working. And he said, "Is a joke? Yeah, I'm a real keeper. I'm a modern man. I'm a real keeper." Now I thought that was pretty cool, so I dedicated one of the shirts to him. And actually, I just let it sit in my wardrobe, right? So I'm actually still considering maybe to also paint the pockets, but I don't know about that yet. Just, I like to start with one, idea and then add to it. So I really like this, actually, just the cut of the shirt as well. It's pretty nice. It's like a transparent kind of feel to it. And then another shirt I bought that fucking cool white shirt, and I just had it as well. I like the cut of the shirt, right? That's how I work. I see nice shirt, nice texture, nice cut, and then I just get it. Here, this one actually still has the price tag on. It's really new, but I also like to work with second-hand clothing because I kind of try not to support that fast fashion stream too much in my work. But this one, I thought, what could I add? How do I want to do it? And I was thinking first to also just put that butterfly on the side. But then I had this idea in my head. It's a word in German, and it says Räubertochter, which is like the wild girl, right? So I thought that's cool. And that is, that really supports also, again, I don't know, my core values or something like that. So I created that shirt, honest, and also I will just let it sit. Maybe someone wants to have it when I put it on my web shop, in my website. But if not, I guess I will start to wear this shirt myself too, because I think it's quite cool. And then I just had this shirt, which I got from a friend of mine. She gave it to me. She didn't want it anymore, and I think it's a pretty cool shirt. So it's also secondhand clothing, actually. I'm wearing a lot of secondhand. I either wear secondhand clothing or actually I invest a lot into really cool brands that I love. Like I like Vans, for instance. So sometimes I just go to the Vans shop. Then I buy stuff for way too much money. I don't even look at the price. I just like the brand. You know, that's how I am. I either make my own clothes, I get secondhand shit, or I go to that labels that I love. And here I just put this Sluni cam butterfly that I designed for my last expo. And you see again, just with my label, name on it, Sluni cam. So Sluni, that was then a section in between. So Sluni is like my nickname. And then I added the cam for camera. And that then gives Sluni cam. And the funny thing is that actually my sister is calling me Sluni cam now. My sister is just someone who always makes fun of me. Yeah, she's, I don't know, I love her. She's the only one who's allowed to make fun. Yeah. So that's the story of how I work so far. And then in the same part of my wardrobe, I have some more shirts sitting that I got from someone who asked me if I want to paint some on it too. Or just, you know, yeah, I don't know. I was actually in the past also trying to, because for my last exhibition, that's the shirt I designed for my last exhibition. This one. And then I bought a few shirts, and I felt so extremely guilty because I was so aware of the fact that I'm actually supporting fast fashion now. You can't come around it actually in a way. But then I thought about it a bit more, and I had this idea to collaborate with people who sell secondhand clothing. And then I asked my friend, who actually has quite a successful secondhand online store in the Netherlands. If he did that, he actually quit the studies in order to do that on a big scale. So that's like his full-time work now, together with his brother. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, do you have some secondhand clothing that you can, that you want to sell to me? And I don't know, I guess the timing was the issue because he was extremely busy. So for me, there was no pressure as such to do it right away, and then we never really actually did it. Like all the time when you work together with other creatives, sometimes you kind of just say, yeah, cool idea, and then you end up being really busy with your lives, and then you never end up doing it. But now, then I also said, yeah, it's alright. I think because also he wanted too much money for the shirts. So I thought, hey, maybe I can actually make a circle by myself with my own brand. So my idea at some point was also to have people donate clothes to me, and in order they get like a discount on shirts in my store. That's an idea for the future, because right now I'm not busy enough to do this. But fuck man, in the future that would be cool. And you know, then obviously you're also checking in the internet if someone else had this idea already, and then you can learn from their experience too a little bit, which I did check, and I found actually a guy even here in Sydney who does it, but he's not so much painting on already existing shirts, because I'm really doing like that painting kind of. So my shirt kind of becomes like a canvas. That guy is kind of cutting shirts and then he rearranges them. So it kind of becomes like a collage thing. So I bet it would be fucking cool to also collaborate together with them. But dude, their clothing is also fucking expensive. My friend, she was looking at the jacket and the jacket looked so good on her. And then we were asking for the price because that guy, I don't know why, but he didn't put any price tags. That's not a good idea. You should always tell people how much things cost, because a lot of people are actually afraid to ask that because they don't want to come off, you know. Yeah, no one wants to be that guy who only cares about money or something. But if you don't show people how much it costs, they kind of never end up asking, and then because you just have to tell people what they can expect. That's how it works. Most people then don't ask. So the same with my friend, she hardly didn't want to ask, and I looked at her and I saw in her face, okay, she wants to know how much it is. And then I asked that guy right away, I was like, so how much is one of your jackets? And then he said $400. And I mean, it makes sense because they put so much effort into it, right? I mean, also me, I already put in this shirt, I guess, 4 hours of work. So if I'm paying myself at least $20 an hour, I will have to charge at least like $80 already, which I think would be still alright for a shirt, which is kind of handmade. But those guys like 400. But I guess if they have that price, they also already have an audience. And then there is actually people who pays that sort of money. It's also about what segment you want to be in, and if you make customized or like unique things, then you automatically are actually in that haute couture kind of expensive designer segment. Anyways, yeah. Let me check because I don't want to. Okay. So I have to make sure that there's plastic underneath where I paint. Otherwise, I start to paint the back side of the shirt. And then I will have this ugly little stains of paint on the back side of the shirt, which I don't want because I have other plans for the back of the shirt at the moment. So as said in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you've been in the video at the beginning already, but I'm planning to put a quote on the back. And because there's these little foxes on the shirt, so you looked at cute little foxes. So I'm thinking maybe to put gold fox, or which means golden fox, or then the other thing like I was thinking was, what does the fox say? That was this song, you guys remember it? I don't know, a few years ago when I was in high school. What does the fox say? So, I don't know, I was already thinking maybe I could put that quote on the back too. Because that was a pretty funny song. And the albatross, and what does the fox say? Such a stupid song. Maybe I can put it in the description of the video. But I have to be careful because I always play other videos, YouTube videos in my videos, and then YouTube says to me, you don't have to copyright to use those songs. And then I researched it. I think you're not able to earn any money of those videos actually anymore. Since I want to try to actually get my YouTube account monetized in order to finance all these rather, I don't know, would you call my projects? They're not really economical driven, I guess. More like liberal projects or something. Since I'm trying to do that, actually, that would be good if I can have my YouTube account as an income stream, which would then pay off. As such, that would be really cool. Then another thing, I actually did enter a competition for Maxim Magazine, which is ending, I guess. The voting is ending just like, I think, now or maybe an hour ago, and I don't think I actually made it into the next round, which would have been the quarterfinals. We talked about this, I think, like the whole week or something like that. I had various people voting for me, and yesterday I actually spent like 3 hours sending around the link, asking people one more time, hey guys, actually I entered this competition, it would be so cool if you would support me. So I don't think I made it into the next round actually. Maybe I could check that out in this live stream. But either way, I was planning to make a video where I just inform everyone about it again, and then say my final thanks and maybe next year. That's such a shame because I actually was so surprised. I went like 3 rounds in unexpectedly. I didn't expect it. And then I kind of started to believe that I actually have a chance. And now it didn't work, so that's actually kind of sad. But obviously, it's also not the end of the world. But I kind of ended up investing some money in it too, and especially time. So I guess that's the part that is sad about it, but I think that's how it always goes. If you're working in the creative industry, you have to be prepared to invest a shitload of time and then it doesn't pay off at all. So that's why it's so important to always make sure, even if you're working for clients, at least that you put a little bit of your own interest into it as well. I guess that's when the clients actually really start to like you and prefer your work rather than other people's work. Because I don't know, when I started off, I spent so much time analyzing what my clients want. And then I tried to do some really cool interpretations of their like job descriptions. And I spent like so much time into it, only for them to say that they went with someone else or that they don't need me anymore, found someone cheaper or whatever. So obviously that's so frustrating. But it's not uncommon. And also they have the right to do that, right? But it just shows that they don't really, sometimes they don't really know what they want. I watched some like videos where other designers talk about their experience too. And they mention this similar issue. And that's why I guess if you want to really be like a happy designer, happy creative person, make sure that you always put yourself in to the job too, so that you don't only do what you think the other person wants, because eventually you will find out that they don't actually know what they want. And that's frustrating. That's really frustrating, actually. Because you just do this design things because you have this vision and the passion, and then they go with someone else and then you realize, fuck, they only care about the money part of it. Yeah, obviously it's naive of a designer to think that everyone cares about design as much as they do. But yeah, it's just something that happens when you just start off as a designer, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I like to do my own stuff, my own projects. I really try to do my own things. I don't know. I'm rather working for myself and start to hire people eventually when I really grow much, rather than this constant frustration, of oh, we don't have a budget for you anymore. And then you have to run off again and you have to find someone else. Like I like to work together with, clients who have like a similar kind of as me, that just really do things because they want to inspire people, to inspire others, and to create this community kind of feel, I guess. So I'm working together at the moment with 2 more clients. Actually, it's a collaboration with 2 artists. One of them I mentioned yesterday already. This is that Dutch designer who is buying gold, silver, and copper, makes coins, and also wants to sell processors. I could put his link in this description again, actually. And we had around, I guess, 5 phone calls now discussing the project. And yeah, obviously that's what it takes, because I have to understand the message he wants to bring across, and I have to understand his product and his idea behind, and him also, like him as a person, in order to understand what he wants to achieve, and also in order to be able to actually contribute in a good way to this. Otherwise, then that's the thing. First, make sure that your interests align and that both will benefit from this before you start to put any investment into actually designing, I guess. I mean, I did design. I showed him some examples, but he kind of knew my work before. But it's more important that you actually like to work together with this person. Also, because everything is personal. Like, we sometimes assume that business is not supposed to be personal at all. But I'm always watching these documentaries. So in one of these documentaries, it said that 70% of our decision making is actually emotional. So once we start to be aware of this, we also start to be better and more confident in making good decisions. That actually, because there's nothing worse than frustrating collaborations where each of those people tries and tries to contribute in some way, and no one is happy, and then also you have to have someone in front of you that actually knows what they want and already has some experience in some sort of way, so that they already have like a circle and that they already know their target group. I guess that's what our studies was about in general, to kind of find ourselves. So yeah, I mean, I've been the one who was saying artists, it's this fucked up people or whatever, but to be honest, I think to study art is really, honestly, a good thing. I don't agree with people who say it's not real profession, because art really is like, or the studies, it's like an investment in yourself, because maybe it doesn't pay off right away, but it pays off on a personal level. You really start to get to know you, because you constantly ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? Why is this important for me? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to go? Blah, blah, all this kind of stuff. So you really, really get to know yourself. So you're not necessarily investing in, an economical kind of success, but you are investing in a personal success, because you will know yourself. And then hopefully, you will be having some economical success too. But then you also have to start to believe. I guess then the other component of doing art studies is to start to believe in yourself, to start to believe that the things that you create is good enough, and to have this courage to actually show your stuff. Because honestly and really, I know a lot of people who are really creative. They show me their pictures, so funny if you say, I'm a photographer. Everyone takes out their cell phone and they start to show you the pictures on their cell phone. And I don't know, and or they are like, oh, I have this in this camera, and what do you think about it? And those kind of things, you know. This is really funny. I made a video about this too. You can put that at the outro in the end, but at the outro of this live stream in the end. But yeah, I don't know what I just started. Yeah, a lot of people are actually creative, but they just don't really believe that there's things are good at all. So let me get something else. How many percent? I have 35%. Okay, so the way how I use it is I put just a plastic bag and a cardboard, because this gives me some stability. And then I just slide it in here. And this has to dry, because then I can just peel it off. If I peel it off now, it will be a big mess, and I don't like messes. Okay, let's paint this side too. Okay. All right. I'm gonna paint this side. I could have left this side also without any color. That would have been cool too, which... Well, next time, huh? See, there are so many opportunities always. That will be one of my masterpieces. Yeah, make sure that what you do and what you make, that you like it yourself. As well. Actually, I'm wondering if I could also stream this live on Facebook too at the same time, because I heard that this is possible. Well, one important thing, I thought about getting StreamYard, that thing that those other YouTubers always mention to me, because I've been live on the show of some bigger YouTubers. I think they have like 2,000 subscribers or something like that. Not sure if they're monetized, and then they all go live and they start to talk with one another. And that's cool. Like, it's fun, a lot of fun, to be honest, to be part of this. But I thought about it, and I think the way I want to use it, more relaxed. Less because I don't want to be that entertainer chick anymore. It's not my character. I just want to work. And then if someone wants to watch me work and talk and share my experience, you know, that's cool. But I don't want to be that kind of, hey guys, I don't want to do that anymore. I feel like I used to be a little bit like this. I would invest so much, you know. I was also doing these cooking sessions with my friends, you know. I organized everything. I cooked on a big scale. Like most of my exhibitions, there was some cooking as well, you know. I always made sure everyone has something to drink. There was always beers and food at my exhibitions, my solo exhibitions. And I had 2 last year. in 2019. One in March and one in July. The people loved it, and I even made some profits from that exhibitions, even though I had no investor. But I had contacts, and I made like deals, like for instance, the exhibition space I used was from the radio station I used to work, and then I said to him, hey, if I'm gonna clean up the whole space, which hasn't been cleaned for 4 years or something like that, can I then use your space for free? And he was like, yeah, you can, because he knew me already. And that's what you want. You want to make sure that people trust you, you know. And if you're that kind of girl, you know, who always rips off people, you know, just always wants to make a profit or something from everything. It works on the long term, but not on. It works on short term, but not on the long run. And it also just works on from a financial point of view. Yeah. And that's not worth it for me. Maybe I'm a little bit old-fashioned or boring or whatever, I don't give a shit. But I'd rather actually want people to like me for, you know, for the real me and for what I have to offer, and not for how I entertain them or how I make them feel. This kind of things, like I can be funny, obviously. Sometimes I have my crazy moments. And then I can see how everyone is always like, what the fuck is going on with her now? But I'm just not interested in being the entertainer, like, for everyone. I don't know, it's now strange because I'm just having a live stream in my private room, in my private space, but I don't know, I'm more private in that way, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about it, if you can relate to this. Obviously, I really like feedback. It really motivates me to challenge myself and to keep going. Like, I take it really seriously. I like feedback. In the past, I had big issues to take feedback though, because it really confused me. I never knew what to do anymore, because I feel like I've been raised in a way where I always had to just do what one says. And then actually also when I started to study at the Arts Academy, at the Art University, I was so confused because every teacher had another opinion. You don't even know who to listen to, and then eventually within the first half a year or something, you find out that you actually don't have to listen to anyone and that they're just giving you some suggestions. That's nice. And you have to develop a character, right? That's how it goes. You really have to start to get to know what you want, what you like. Those things. Cool. This is drying. I have 29% of battery left. And we are 49 minutes in on our live stream. I didn't think that would be such a long live stream. Thanks for this person who's watching, who's with me all the time. ever since I started the live stream. And yeah, if you want to say hi in the comments, of course, or if there's some questions, feel free to leave a comment with your questions or feedback that we just mentioned. Otherwise, I just keep going and just paint a little bit more. Yeah, the original idea was to paint and just listen to music. That's how I usually do it. And I'm just thinking in my head what I want to put on the rest of the shirt or what I'm planning to do afterwards. It's actually thinking to go for a surf tomorrow. To be honest, I was gonna ask my boyfriend. I have a boyfriend now, I can't believe it. But I guess I have. Ask me, I want you to call me your boyfriend. Then we, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this now, but it's really thinking about it. No, that always stresses me a little bit. To actually be with someone, even though I'm not with anyone else, but always. Yeah. Fear, that you get hurt. Those things. But this guy is so cool. Really like him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe surfing tomorrow. There was another idea that we had for the because we're gonna make those. I told you guys I'm working with 2 creatives, 2 clients. I said this earlier in the stream. And another idea we had for that Dutch design with the coins. It's called Royal Surf Club. So the other idea was that that we're gonna shoot, because it's called Surf Club, shoots the fashion with a surfboard, like while surfing. Yeah, and then it's just fun to work together with this guy because he's also a really active person. And I am too. And actually he bought one of my design shirts, like one of those, and then he started to ask me where he wanted to work for me. I was like, fuck you. I want to work with you. I think you are so cool anyways. You're a really good DJ and you just make her relax and people actually like you. Yeah, so obviously I want to work with you. And then we had those calls about where we start. And the cool thing about working together with this guy is that we don't have really long discussions. We make more decisions. Like, obviously you're always facing like problems along the process and conflicts. That's the way how you solve them. And we had one conflict and we solved it within 10 minutes. So that's what working together with me brings. I'm not interested in spending much time on problems. It's fucking boring. I need those solutions. So people who just always have problems, they fucking annoy me actually. Yeah, sounds mean, but it's true. Just like my, yeah, I don't know how much in detail I should go, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I was encountering some people just constantly talking about their problems. And that's just boring. I need someone who actually is listening to me as well if I have a problem. Yeah. And then also I just want to hang out with people that are actually fun to hang out with too. 23% battery left. Okay, let's hope it doesn't stop. Because then I'm not sure if the live stream is actually saved. But this is fun. I really like to do this. Yeah, it's a cliche, like always do what you want to do what makes you happy. Yeah, but you have to first know what makes you happy. If just painting shrubs makes you happy, you also have to allow yourself to just be happy by doing such unimportant things. You know? In a way. I don't know, I think there's always so much pressure on to achieving your goals. Maybe you don't even have big goals, maybe just want to hang out by yourself, listen to music and do some creative stuff. Maybe that really and honestly is the only thing you want and that makes you happy. Why do you have to have those big goals? I mean, I don't mind if I get really rich, because obviously money in this world is freedom, but to being happy. And sometimes it feels like we develop this kind of mindset that it actually is connected to being happy. Like we don't talk like that, but we actually act in that way. It's like when you see the other day I watched a video on celebrities and they say the same thing. It's like they feel people assume that because they are famous and rich that they would always be happy. It's like we have this crazy assumption. Yeah. It's our problem because we always romanticize it and then we always like, oh, and if I just had this, and if I just had this, a book on that. And then also that famous book, the bestseller at the moment. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm afraid of that copyright stuff, but those who read it already, they know the one I'm talking about. Also talk about this guy who said, what if he makes himself responsible for all the things that don't work out in his life? And that he can change anything. And exactly this is what I mean too, like if we stop to say, oh, if I just had this, then I would be happy. No, man, just do it now already. And also, man, take a sec to look back on the achievements that you already have, because most of us achieved a lot. It always depends to what you compare it to. Like one of my student friends, co-students, or peers is the actual word, said to me, Celina, you don't have to compare yourself with this and blah. It's not how it works. You have to compare yourself with your own growth, on your own growth. That really raised me in a way. Okay, I have 16% left. I'm gonna stop the stream now, but thanks for being part of it. And I hope I will see you guys soon again. Maybe I'll start one later when I judge one.